guys? SNOtrainer here again. Am I getting to you yet? We introduced a concept of anti-rotation in an earlier video, and an exercise that we did was called push-aways. So from an athletic stance, just pushing the band away from you, pulling it towards you. So essentially turning the tension on here and turning it off. So I want to build off that today. One of the main reasons is because a lot of times we look for that one exercise to really have a drastic effect in our training, and even though it exists, it is really, really rare to find that really one pearl of an exercise, if you will. So what works really well is to lump a whole sequence of different movements together. All right, so we're going to keep rotation in mind today, and we're going to throw 3 different movements all in a row of varying intensity that will have an overall amping effect on all the exercises as a group. So if I was to do them individually, they might not be bad, they will probably be effective, but when you do them all in a row, you end up creating a pre-fatiguing effect that ends up really intensifying the latter exercises. All right, so let's mess around with this a little bit. And I'm going to start with one with just actually an active chop, where I'm going to get into my push-away stance here, and I already have tension here. And now from here, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start to fire up the core, the obliques. This isn't limited to just my front core. Since I am rotating, I'm going to have some side core and also back core going on due to the diagonal orientation of the obliques. All right. I'm even going to emphasize a couple of nice E-breakers once I get back to this tension here. So my core is through constant tension here. All right. I did more than 10 reps, but just shoot for 10 reps. Once I get 10, go into exercise 2, which I'm going to go into the push-aways, which you guys already know this one. It's a little bit harder now because I'm already starting to cook a little bit, making it harder. Last but not least, one of my favorites, lock the arms in the upper body, and now from here, introduce a lower body movement. So now, think about this being essentially an exercise where every muscle from my thumbnail to my toenail, everything in between is working. It has to. It doesn't really have a choice. All right? Just like a lot of times, athletically speaking, if I'm out there doing a run in the glades, my entire body's active, moving, I'm not focusing on which muscle is contracting and which is not. I'm focusing on the task at hand, which is picking a line and avoid the trees. All right, so this is going to be a really nice dynamic movement, adding a lot of different things, beneficial, not for just obviously snowboarding, skiing, any other sports you guys play around. This is going to be awesome. Whew. Money, really, really good. Now, another important thing to think about is by doing exercises like this together, I really get a chance to focus on one area, especially with this series that we just did. It focused on my core. It was a big core emphasis. Now, if I pre-fatigue all those muscles and then do an exercise that's harder than the previous one, it actually makes that task even that much harder. So a lot of times in the second half of the day when we start getting a little fatigued, a little interesting that usually that's when most of the injuries occur, when on the slopes people start to get a little bit tired and you're still pushing it. So this is going to transfer really, really nicely, giving you a little insurance policy, training those muscles, strengthening so that as you start getting fatigued, you're still able to perform, hopefully even at a higher level, especially conditions permitting when you're stepping on the gas a little bit. All right, so a couple really nice things. This gives us a lot of different opportunities to link different exercises together. It doesn't just need to be for the obliques. We could do it for legs. We could do it for different upper body exercises. And we could also switch formats, go from, let's say, a stability exercise to a strength to a power. Really starts to increase the possibilities here. So, as always, have fun, enjoy, throw this one in there, give it a whirl, and we'll catch you next time.